Yeah. We live. It's the DanYo&Tita podcast. We back.
We are back. Yes, sir.
All right. We are back in the building with another episode.
A very important episode.
Definitely. I'm Daniel.
I'm Tita.
Aisha.
I'm Dip to the lean.
Most definitely. Now we start off every show. We got to shout out the people that keeps the lights on for us, our sponsors. You know what I mean? www.waywardkid.com, your site for all your entertainment news, sports, and lifestyle trends. And also they have the Wayward Kid Foundation for all your editing programs for kids and adults. Make sure you like their Facebook page and follow them on IG.
We also have Kiwi Juice Bar, all natural smoothies, sports nutrition, supplements, fresh pressed juice, gourmet coffee and tea, protein bars, healthy snacks, and nutritional education.
And we shine detailing. I shine, you shine, we shine. We shine detailing, make your car shine like brand new.
Most definitely. And we have the delicious Butcher's Wings and Things. Come get these wings and things. They got them plates on deck Monday through Friday. Make sure you like their Facebook page and follow them on IG.
We also have Novels by Z. The game isn't only for boys. Experience the game told from the other side.
Yes.
And who's our top donator?
Our top donor is Ms. Dran Muhammad. She has her book coming out very soon.
Yep, it's called For the Bible Told Me So.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep. And we have KT Gibson with his new song, Low Main. It's available on YouTube and Spotify right now. So make sure you check that out.
Was rocking to that, man.
Yep. And we have Mr. Tim Seay from in the building, y'all.
Wow. Hey. Tim Seay.
Yes, sir. How you doing, sir? Good morning.
I'm doing really well, man. Greetings and thank you for having me again.
Yes, sir. Thank you for coming.
Man, we appreciate you coming.
Yes, sir.
Aisha. Make sure I say everybody's name.
Everybody, yes, sir. Yes, sir. See, I remember last time we had Mr. Tim Seay on. You know, I wasn't a registered voter.
Yeah.
When he came on, I got those phone calls.
That's good.
I was on
I'm
you.
happy.
It was Uncle Tim Seay turned to Uncle Tim Seay. He was on me.
So that means
He's
you're
like,
a registered voter.
I am a registered voter.
Man, that's good.
Tita is as well.
Verified.
Verified. You know, give us. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Tim,
like
you didn't
that,
believe me though. You said, "Nah, send me some pictures." I don't believe you.
I need the proof.
I need the proof.
But
I appreciate
I'm very
that.
proud that you did get registered and you got
Yes, sir.
Tita, you got Mama registered. Everybody's getting registered.
I love
Everybody's
it, man.
just,
I love it.
It's a serious time right now. So I hope you got that voter's card in your pocket because you know when I come here, you know, you registered? You registered?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely. Not playing, y'all. Not playing. Yes, sir. We do. How's the campaign going, sir?
Going good. You know, we made the ballot. You know, it's the first time African American has made the ballot for mayor.
Congratulations.
Yep. So we got past that point, and it's still a historic run, and we're gonna make it happen. We're getting a lot of support. The millenniums, they falling in.
That's
and,
good.
And I've been checking with them too to make sure they register to vote. So I'm Uncle Tim to everybody.
Yes, sir. Definitely.
So what are some of the obstacles that you have faced so far during your campaign?
Well, the toughest part is most people don't understand when you're running for mayor, governor, these little higher offices, the expense that goes with it. It's pretty expensive.
Definitely.
And we haven't really been putting per se the donation out, but I will be.
Okay.
But it's close to $1 million. It costs.
Wow.
It costs. So when people don't really understand the finance part of it, you know, they're just looking at, well, what's your platform?
Right.
I need you to kind of donate to and support.
Right.
So that's the biggest part, and the other part is, you know, we have to galvanize to support each other. You know, it's a different movement today, and it's a different time, and we can't go with the old school rhetoric. You know, we have to support each other, and because once we get there together.
Yes, sir.
That's the truth. We get there together.
Yeah.
What's some of the obstacles you've been facing?
Well, You know, a lot of us don't know. I get those phone calls. You know, I've gotten to the point where I don't answer the phone anymore because I get, you know, death threats. I get those.
Wow, really?
Yeah. I get the you know, some of the cornball stuff too.
Yes, sir.
So usually I let it go to voicemail now, or you know, I have Tamara take most of those calls. She can deal with that at a better sense. But I deal with that, and also I deal with our culture.
Right.
Our cultures,
Yes, sir.
we're the toughest on us. You know?
We are.
We think that Tim C is out to get something from you,
Right.
Or and it has nothing to do with that. I'm here to kick the door in, so
Right.
so we can carry on for those that come behind us.
Right.
So the biggest obstacle is the training that we're doing right now, because we're a young team. I haven't used any of the old political people that usually run. So our young team has been in training, and we're doing pretty good because once we get it up under our belt, we'll teach the next one.
Right.
And that's what it's about.
Yeah. A learning experience. Definitely.
It is.
Definitely.
It is a learning experience in all avenues.
Right.
Because when I first started the first time, it was difficult to get assistance. You know,
Okay.
it was hard finding a campaign manager. You
Wow.
know, I had all these come to me.
Right.
So they would tell me, oh well, you know, it's gonna cost 50, 60 grand. You know what I mean? I said,
Right.
okay, then what comes with that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'll do this and I said, but are we gonna win? Well, I can't promise you that. X, you
Right.
know,
Oh, wow.
check them all.
Right.
You know, then and the other part is too. I asked them, have you had a black candidate that was running for mayor?
Mm-hmm.
They said no. They said it's all the same thing. It's not the same thing.
Right.
If you can't speak for me and represent me, it's difficult.
Definitely.
So that part was one of the bigger obstacles. But we learned, and we're getting through it, and we're gonna make history. We are.
I believe history's gonna be made.
Yeah,
Definitely.
we're gonna make history.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and congratulations to OD. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely.
Looks OD.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
he did a good job.
Yeah.
He put the work in.
He definitely did.
Yeah, he hustled,
Yes, sir.
and he did what he had to do.
Yep.
And
Definitely.
I'm most proud of OD.
Definitely.
And all the other black candidates that's running that progress forward.
Definitely.
Seems like you and OD experienced the same thing with, you know, he had his signs ripped up.
Sure.
People grabbing his signs, ripping them up, and getting the phone calls.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy during these times to have that happen to y'all running.
Yeah, and it hasn't went away. So racism is still prevalent, and when I say racism, I'm adding all cultures in.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes, sir.
you know, us, them, we, whatever you want to say, it's prevalent.
Yes, it is.
And you wonder why or how people are taught to do that.
Yeah.
You know, where does that come from?
It's a taught thing. Definitely a taught thing.
Environmental. Definitely.
It has to. It's against the law to rip up signs and
Yeah.
Wow.
and deface them and things of that nature. But I've paid attention to the defacement of signs, and it goes all over.
Yeah, it does.
It really does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some things I can't mention on your podcast of how they rearrange the words of signs and,
Wow.
Oh.
and things of that nature.
Wow.
And it's prevalent. So
Yeah.
my signs will go out September 4th,
Okay.
and I'll be paying heavy attention to who's going to be out there defacing.
Yeah, please.
And you might have a problem.
Not playing, y'all. Daniel to the podcast catch y'all. It's going to be a problem, too.
That'd be a
Said,
problem.
he gonna beat somebody up for messing with his.
Well, you know, I'm not gonna say that online. But, you know, I said it might be a problem.
For your,
From the word of the voter, not the mayor.
are there ways that people can purchase your signs in their support of you?
Yeah, and I'll be putting it out in the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
For buying signs to support, and that's a good idea. And right now what we're doing is we're able to put out yard signs. So a lot of people have been collecting yard signs.
Okay.
And we've been actually putting them in the ground for them.
Okay.
And that's Phoenix wide, Ahwatukee. There's some things in Levine, such as HOAs and stuff like that. So we have to be careful of that.
Right.
We don't want to put in yards in the HOA come bother them. So, but that's been going pretty good.
Okay.
We've put a lot of yard signs out, and like I said, September 4th is when we put them out on the street.
Okay.
And we hope that people come to our website and volunteer to help.
Okay.
Because we got a large area to cover.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna get it covered. So.
Beat the streets.
Got
So
it
yeah, you can go to TMC for mayor.com and you can sign up to volunteer. You can contribute. And I ask everyone to go to his site and contribute and sign up to volunteer. So we can make a difference. And we're going to be doing everything we can to make sure that people are sharing this and donating, because that's going to be the number one thing. I'm going to be on from now on. So every day, I'm going to be making sure I'm sharing this to make sure that people donate for you.
We do try our best to share with constantly what you we have updates and stuff.
Definitely.
And I've been seeing your work. You've been doing an excellent job, and each show that I've seen since the last time I was here, you have had that.
We definitely.
So I definitely appreciate that.
We have it up there. We mention your name every show. Every show we mention your name.
I appreciate that, and I've been seeing the good work that you've been doing.
Yes,
and
I know there's much more we can do. We're gonna figure it out.
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
Spreading the word is the best, though.
Yes, sir.
Like you say, going to the website and donating. You don't have to donate much. Just
right.
Donate what you can.
Yeah, what you can. It makes a difference.
Definitely.
Sure it does.
I do. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I would like to know your opinion about the events that happened downtown Phoenix with the protests. What is your thoughts on that situation?
Protesting is our constitutional right. It's how we protest. It's the big deal.
Definitely.
Now, I grew up in the civil rights movement, and we paid attention to protesting. My dad was out there. My mom was out there. When I was young, didn't know what we were doing, but we protested nonviolently and not being destructive.
Right.
Today, you have a few that might want to take advantage of the situation, and they're really not protesting. They're mobbing and robbing.
Definitely.
And the group that I went out when I was protesting, I said, we're gonna put down the rock and we'll pick up the pen.
Okay.
Because we can win by picking up the pen.
Exactly.
We don't have to use the rock anymore. So it shows a brighter side of intelligence, and it is our job for the older group to mentor the young group and how to protest and how to protest successfully.
Definitely.
Because it just hadn't started. It's been going on 55 plus years.
Right.
Yes, definitely.
How you feel about the people that we're coming to time. You got to vote. You want things to change. Put the right people in place to make that difference. But how do you feel about the people that feel like all these years we've been putting people in place in those positions to make change, and it just hasn't changed, and they're angry now. They're emotional. I won't say emotional, not angry.
Sure.
Now they're at the point where they act out. Now we're acting out, and with the acting out, it seems like things are changing with the acting out.
Sure.
Instead of the people that we put in the position didn't make those changes, but when we start acting out, the changes come. How do you address those people?
Well, it's a proper way of acting out. Now, when we do act out, we have to remember that's the kind of way that they want you to do. Because now, if you act out, you get caught. Yeah. You got something on your record.
Exactly.
It's going to take you 7 years to get that off. You won't be able to vote. So it's a system that they already know that's in place that we have to not fall into.
Right.
Because those that acted out, and I'll just use the Scottsdale incident.
Yeah.
You had all those young people that got caught.
They did.
They was wondering why the Scottsdale police didn't get out there in a hurry. Yeah, we're gonna let you do what you got to do. We got you on camera.
Yeah.
They got a lot of people.
Right? They got a lot of people, right?
Yes, they did.
Now they're in the system, right?
Yeah.
Young people.
They've taken their rights away from voting, right? You can't now. It's gonna be tough for you to get a job.
Yeah.
It's all systematic. So that's why I say put down the rock and pick up the pen.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's a proper way of protesting because now those young people will be stuck at least 7 years, and then they get to a point in time they'll be raising a family, then they won't be able to get their rights restored because of the cost of it. They'll go another 10 years,
Right.
and then they'll get disgruntled about it, and they'll go another 10 years, and then they'll teach their kids, hey, voting ain't this, voting, and then their kids follow that same generational track.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So time is now to make that change.
Yes, sir. We have a question. We have a question from the chat. It says, "What motivated you to get involved as a candidate for mayor?"
Well, for number one, I'm not a politician. I'm a humanitarian.
Right.
So I've always served the community, and I've helped the community with different areas for those fundraisers, scholarships, homeless, those things. So I was doing that already.
Right.
So a lot of the community wanted me to run for mayor because they knew that I was different. And they knew if I go in as mayor, that's what I would be. The mayor. It's not about making no money. It's about serving the community and helping the people.
Yeah.
And if you go in there with that attitude, you'll be successful. And I'm not a part of any cliques. I don't belong to any other cliques. So when I get to the table, I get to make some decisions that I think that's going to be beneficial to the community.
Yeah, a lot of people think the politicians, some politicians make a lot of money. There's not a lot of money in that.
They all think it's
Let's not get on that.
I mean,
because a lot of people ask me, and I never knew what the mayor made until I was told, and I said, "What?"
Yeah, it's not much. Right.
Let me get me a paper route.
Right. It's not much.
So that's why it's really about the change. I mean, you care about the community.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, people get caught up in the news stories of the politicians that have done scandalous things, and and they see that and they think that's all of them, and that becomes their experience of politicians because they only get caught up in the highlights of the news and what's going on, and people don't focus on the people who are struggling to really make a difference, in the areas. And also another question I want to have: how tough has it been to get us to vote and register? To get us to register and as a people, is it tougher or is it?
Well, I'm gonna go in generational tracks first, okay? Because that 18 to 25, you have to educate them, and because they've been taught not to believe in voting and registering. Then you got that 25 to 35 or make it 45 that's looking for a change, and they know the importance of voting. And then we have our older generation of 55 to 65 that's they're kind of in their ways. They've went through the struggle, the hard time, and they haven't really seen too much change, so they're not as involved as you think they will be. But that the millenniums, I've been able to get them to register and vote because they want to see a change.
Okay.
Because they're starting to raise families and they want to see a difference. They do.
Yeah.
They really do. And I've been able to get at least over 5,000 to register to vote, and I think we're up to 700 and some with the restoration of rights.
Oh,
and
that's awesome.
These are all the people that's coming to the table, and they want to see a change, and they want to make sure they vote count.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And they want to vote for someone that looks like them,
Right.
that acts like them,
Definitely.
that eats like them,
That's-
that moves like them.
Right.
Yeah. So,
That's my feeling right there.
Yeah.
Talking to me.
yeah, I had to call you on the phone a couple of times,
Yes.
Mr. Daniel.
Yes.
And
Yes,
you
sir.
did send me proof, so I'm most
did.
proud of you. I'm most proud of you.
I'm proud of you too.
Yeah.
Just believe it's been a fight.
It's definitely been
It's
a
not
fight.
a conversation
wanted-
just started this year.
I want that change, and when you haven't seen it for so many years, you become hesitated about
Sure.
the next thing.
Yeah.
Sure. We've been conditioned to be a certain way, And when we were out there passing out water for the COVID-19, you know, in front of the lodge, and there wasn't that many of us that was in line, but the few that were in line, you know, it gave me the hardest time. I had a young man reach over and say, you know, I'm not voting for you because you're black. And he was only 18 years old.
Right.
You know, and I said, are you registered to vote? No.
Right.
So who taught you that?
Exactly.
Right.
I don't give a...
Yeah. So who who taught you that?
Right.
But I did make the statement then. I says, do you know who the mayor is now?
No.
Don't even know who it was.
No.
Nah, man.
No. So I had to pull him to the side, and you can cut this out if you want to.
No.
But I pulled him over to the side and said, you know what? You may get in trouble. I says, you know, and the mayor may not come get you.
Right.
It's a good chance that I might come get you.
Right.
I might come get you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So you need to understand the importance of voting and who you're voting for before you reach over across your mom and say, I'm not going to vote for you because you black.
Right.
So that's kind of something that's been taught to them, you know.
Yeah.
It's been taught to them. We got the biggest movement of voter registration. We had over additional million people vote in the
Really?
That's
in,
awesome.
in the primary.
That's awesome.
So they're coming to the table. They want change.
They want change.
They want change. So that's compared to last year. A million additional people.
Yeah.
That means that's a change, and that biggest group was that 25 to 45.
That's what it
They
is.
want to see that change.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
That's awesome, man. And that makes me feel better because I fight every day online
you do.
with so many who do not want to vote, and they just, their mission is to get you not to vote also. It's like that's their mission every day, is to get you to give up on the system because it's only for the rich, as they say. And I say it's for them because they vote.
Yeah,
They go out and make sure that their voices are heard, and they make sure they are there every time for every vote that's needed.
Sure.
And we only show up
That's
for the
that.
presidential voting and then wonder why the things that don't change on the lower levels.
But some people don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? The youth don't understand that. You got to make the changes
Locally.
at home first, and then we go out there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Sure.
But
that's the most important is the local.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We have another question for you. What do you believe is the most pressing issue facing the city today?
Probably with the city as a whole is probably police reform right now.
Yeah.
That's a big issue today.
They're shooting a lot of people here.
Well, yeah, they're shooting a lot of people, and you know, they're talking about reallocations of funds and whole system change. So that's the biggest thing that's on the table right now is police reform.
I like that, the way you said that, a lot better than defund the police, because I always thought when they first start saying defund the police, I was like, that's a terrible way of putting that.
Sure.
Reallocation of funds sounds so much better.
It does.
And,
It does.
and it's a better example of what we're trying to do.
Sure.
Because the police, if you read into any of it, so much money they get, and they're getting to get more weapons and more tanks and things like that we're busting down doors with, and they have a lot of military equipment that they're buying, and they're making a lot of money for these things, and their budget is like a military budget, and it's too big, it's too astounding. We need to get it into other places where hopefully we can get some mental help. Some mental people can help out, because they don't need to be in all situations. But I always thought that defund the police was just the wrong way to say it. They're going to jump on that and twist those words.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what I said. And that's what they're doing also. They're running with that.
Yeah.
So reallocating funds is definitely a better way of saying it.
Exactly.
Yeah, because defunding means that take it all.
Right.
And today's society, you can't be without police representation. And I know the history of it, but it's here. It's like a a tree with some bad apples on it. You know what I mean? You don't kill a tree; you just get rid of the bad apples.
Right.
You know, you have to learn how to run your organization And if you have someone that's not representing your organization well, it's time to get rid of them.
Yeah, it's going to be tough though with the unions. You know, the unions are pretty tough, the police unions, and they're really strong against change. So working with them to get them to implement some things is going to be, I know, very tough. So I'm with you on that fight, but I know it's going to be very hard.
It's depending on who's at the table on that fight. Whether it's with the union, the police, it's actually coming together to sit down at the table and understand what's really going on.
Right.
So if you have a person that's there that really doesn't care, never been involved in it, things of that nature, of course nothing's going to change.
Right.
But you get somebody that's been at the table, that's been involved in that, you know, bargaining, negotiating, planning, and behind the doors, get down. You know, you'll be able to make some changes.
Yeah, and it seems like Jerry Williams. Have you met her yet? She seems like she would maybe come to the table and negotiate some things, because I think she's pretty open to change and things like that. But I think she's in a tough position also.
Definitely tough position.
You know, because you know, a lot of people are anti.
Miranda Hall, the meeting there, they were very aggressive with her.
Right. And she getting it from both sides.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the tough part, is that, you know what I mean? And she's trying to do the best job she can.
Just have a more of a civil conversation. Too.
Well, she's navigating, like you said, she does have to deal with both sides.
Right.
And she is in a tough position.
Very tough.
But she's handling it.
She's doing a great job, I believe.
Yeah, she's handling it. Yeah.
Yes, yes. The time is now, though, y'all. Come on now.
Yeah, man.
Time is now.
Yeah.
But I also think that the police departments, or the police as general, they need more transparency, and they need more accountability.
Yes.
They definitely need to be held accountable for their actions. It's just like me. If I'm a regular person at my job and I make a mistake and I continue to make the same mistake without changing, I get fired from my job because I'm not learning.
Right.
Sure.
Okay, you've been disciplined X amount of times. Why do you still have a job?
Right.
You should no longer have your job after X
certain amount of
reprimands, and the cases shouldn't just go, we're just going to sweep it under the rug, and we're not going to reprimand you for it.
And the people don't know about it also. It's not open information that we can all find out. Right. It should be something that we can all look up and see, hey, look, this guy has a history of doing this, and he should be fired. It should be public information.
Yeah.
And when they do that, they shouldn't be allowed to just move to a different city or a different district and be like, all right, I'm going to be a police officer on this force.
Right.
They shouldn't be able to do that.
Just nationwide database of their definitely
actions and reprimands and things like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, that goes back to the head of the organization. I mean, you can call it what you want to call it. It's an organization of gang, anything. But when you're representing that organization, and then you have a couple of rogues, they get away with it for a while, but eventually the organization should take care of that.
Right.
You know, you'd have to take care of your own. And, you know, when you respect the blue, and I'm just saying, I'm just using gang as a reference, and you in the gang, and you know, you respect your colors or whatever, and you know, you have a couple of members that get out of hand sometimes, but sooner or later they get dealt with.
Right.
And you have to do that with your organization.
Right.
You have to, and I think once we get the proper leadership in place, it'll be some changes.
Definitely.
What's the response been with the Hispanic community with you running for mayor?
My responsibility?
Oh no, the response with the Hispanic community.
Oh, they've been pretty good.
Yeah,
they have, because they're looking for a change too. You know, black and brown kind of stick together. Yeah. You know, they do. They do.
Tita ain't paying attention.
She in her zone. She's making sure we get.
Yeah, but I will say this. You know, they're more cultured. You know, they do. they do take care of themselves. But when it's time to collaborate, there's a bigger number that collaborate with us, and I found that out, because I go over there, speak Spanish, or do what I have to do,
Right.
and they feel comfortable. So that's going to be my biggest percentage of voters will
Definitely,
be the Hispanics.
it will be. So, what ideas are you bringing to the Hispanic community to try to bring them to the table?
Well, the thing we're dealing with now, because my platform had to change because of the recent things that's been going on, is the police reform. They want to know, how can we get a better situation with the police?
Right.
Like you said, I don't bring the funding into them. I say, well, if we can reallocate some funds, and I do think the biggest thing with the police department is the cameras. That camera actually protects you and them. So we have to be able to negotiate and bargain where both sides are getting something. And it's not like the old days before, because where I grew up, the police officer lived in your community.
Right.
And 9 times out of 10, he probably done kicked your butt 3 or 4 times already.
I have.
Hey, go sit your butt down.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't have to kill you, but he might have loosened your teeth up a little bit, but he didn't have to kill you.
Right.
So, but today's the officers are coming from all over.
Right.
So they're already afraid of the community if they get put in that situation. So their reaction is a little different. And so we can get back to that, where the police is, are from the community, and Officer Fred, you ain't gonna be messing around. He gonna take care of business.
Yeah, we need to find a way, because there's a lot of emotions with the police right now.
Definitely.
So we need to find a better way where we can build the connect the community with the police and make everybody comfortable.
Sure.
Right.
Because there's no reason why a person of color sees a police officer or driving by and they get nervous or scared. That's unnecessary. So we need to build that be more comfortable with that situation.
Definitely.
I'm doing that. I got a ride with interview with a news person. I won't say her name, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a young man and we're gonna drive around. Just to see his reaction, and his reaction every time they see a police officer, they get scared, so they get nervous. They're nervous already.
Exactly.
And I was talking to a young lady that we knew. That was the first thing she said, and she was a young lady, beautiful. And she said she seen the police, and automatically she got nervous.
Right.
Getting ready to make a wide right turn. Just because they see a police officer. But we also do have to train ourselves too.
Right.
When the police pull up, it's not the time to poke your chest out.
Right.
And I tell the young men that I coach, I say, hey, just give them what they want. Take that ticket. I said, because I'd rather pay $10,000 in court than pay $10,000 on a funeral.
Right. Definitely.
Yeah. So.
Definitely. It's a tough situation because you people get into fights with the officers and things happen, and you really don't want to say he should have kept calm, he should have did this, because people are like, oh, you're making excuses for what he. No. Not really doing that. We just want to see the brother come home.
That's it.
And that's number one.
That's it.
And that's the most important thing, man. Just stay calm. Stay calm. I understand the situation is bad, and you may be scared, but just try your best to stay calm until you get out of that situation, because we want to see you at home, bro.
That's right. Don't give them the opportunity to react in any type of way.
Definitely.
So you might get a ticket or whatever. Take the ticket. That's why I say let's fight in court instead of on the streets.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Tim C. The time is now for trivia.
Oh man.
You ready for that?
I got my fill-in person today.
I give you a props. You did way better than Mr. Odier's. I'm sorry. Yeah. Are you ready, sir?
I'm ready.
All right.
All right, Tita. I'm gonna need your fingers.
Did Mr. Tim C go 5 for 5 last time?
I don't remember.
I think you did go 5 for 5 last time.
Oh yeah, you did really good.
That's
4 for 4. I had you answer.
Oh, I got one for you.
The Phoenix one.
Okay, that's what it was. Yeah.
It counts though.
Yeah, it does count.
Y'all ready?
You got your Google phone?
Right.
All right. Question 1. What is the rarest M&M color? A, yellow. B, green. C, brown. D, none of the above.
The rarest M&M color?
Right.
The rarest
Wow.
M&M
I'm
color.
done.
You know, I'm gonna take a guess.
I think I know it though.
I'm gonna take a guess.
I don't know. I didn't know.
I'll
this.
take a guess because I don't even remember the
15
last time I had
seconds.
it. Green?
No.
I think, can I make a guess?
Which one?
Is it blue?
No, that wasn't one.
That
of
wasn't
them.
even
one
in
of
the
the
Oh, my
options.
bad.
Yeah, so it
I
would
meant
be
yellow.
rare.
I meant yellow. I
Which
meant
one
yellow.
is it?
Brown.
It's
Brown.
brown. Nobody likes brown.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody like brown.
I like brown.
You like you like a brown M&M?
Brown
They all
is the
taste
only
the
one
same.
with an artificial color.
Oh, bruh. T-Dad,
Actually,
now you want to talk?
that's a good question.
Came out with a health fact
I know.
there for you.
I didn't know that though, Tita.
Tita got the facts. So give you an R for that, Tita.
Wedding planner.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I can tell now
Yeah,
how this
the
going. I'm going 0 for 5.
Oh, man.
Question 2.
Did you Google that? Okay.
She's like, I had the answer, but
You can't answer. You can answer the question from Mr. Tennessee too.
Okay.
That's part of it.
We got 15 seconds.
question 2. In what year were the first Air Jordan sneakers released?
Oh, I know that one.
You sure?
A, 1986. B, 1996.
You got to Google that.
C, 1987. Or D, 1984.
I'm going to say because he came in the league at 84, he was starting to pop off in 85, so I'm going to say 86. 85, 87?
Wrong.
Wait a minute. She said she didn't say 85. She didn't say 85 was one of them.
Nope.
You said the first Air Jordan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was. What was it? What was it? I think I know this one. What was it?
In what
84.
year were the first Air Jordan sneakers released?
What was
Oh, I
yours?
know that.
The year was 84.
84. Yeah, it was 84.
Yeah.
That's when he first came into the
Yeah, he
league?
got a shoe
Yeah,
deal. He
first
got a
shoe
shoe deal.
deal,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, he's like LeBron, huh?
No, LeBron like him. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Okay, then 84.
Yeah.
Was
Mr.
it?
Mr. You 0 for 2?
Oh, for
I'm
2.
zero- I'm
Oh no!
I gotta get one right.
Oh, they give you the wrong, and they give you the wrong answers in the
You said
comment section.
86,
And
87,
they
yellow.
sneaky. They not doing no history. They doing
Nah.
gym shoes and M&M's.
The chat is giving you the wrong answers too.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
And the funny thing is, I don't eat M&M's or I don't wear gym shoes.
Yes, sir.
You might get this one. Question 3. Samuel Tilden, Grover Cleveland, Al Gore, and Hillary Clinton share what distinction among U.S. presidential candidates?
They were Secretary of State. No,
He said,
no,
no, no.
Al Gore was Vice President.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Who was the other name?
Clover
Samuel
Cleveland,
Tilden, Grover Cleveland,
Hillary Clinton.
Al Gore, and Hillary
Oh,
Clinton.
Oh, so, I know this one.
What is it?
You know? She's like,
you
I
can
should
help.
help you.
You can help. You can help.
You're fired.
Hands up.
Oh,
what were you going to say? No? Okay. Well,
The answer is
what's the...
they won the popular vote, but lost the electoral.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I kind of knew that one.
I knew that one. That's the crazy part.
So
is
you
I
should
knew
have called
that.
on me, Mr. Tennessee.
I should have called on you.
Yeah.
I knew
When you
that.
mentioned Hillary, I should have thought of it.
Yep.
yeah.
Popular vote. And both Gore and Hillary.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I didn't
I
know
was like,
anything
hold on,
about
Gore and Hillary. What the
Yeah.
kind of
They lost, even though they won.
That's a good question.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, you're looking like Mr. O.D. Harris right now. So he didn't get. I don't think he even got one. Did he get one?
I gotta get one.
Did he get one?
I gotta get one.
I think he got one.
Nobody asked him about it. He Googled or something. He didn't get one.
He
Just regular.
He didn't do well.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Oh my.
Question 4. Tennis star Serena Williams won which major tournament while pregnant with her first child? A. The Wimbledon. B. The U.S. Open. C. The Australian Open. Or D. Grand Slam.
She was pregnant with her first one?
Her first one.
Oh, she was in the Wimbledon.
He say,
No.
give you one more guess.
You got 10 seconds.
I don't know about that.
That's a hard one though.
No, it ain't.
You remember?
I think I know. I don't know.
What was it again? Wimbledon, what else?
U.S., Australian, or Grand Slam?
Let's see. Then she married Australia.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
That's all I was like. Yes.
Australian,
Yes. I remember that was a big deal.
pregnant, killing them.
Y'all let OD know I got one. Since y'all didn't do no history questions.
we had to switch it up on you because
Yeah.
That's perfect. That's perfect.
we had to switch, right?
I like it though.
Question 5. Which 2 U.S. states do not observe daylight savings time?
Which 2 states? Well, we know Arizona is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Nevada,
No.
Arizona, not New Mexico.
One more guess. We give you
It's
one
got
more
to be in the
guess.
4 corners.
Isn't it, whatchamacallit?
What?
It's not,
5 seconds.
it's not Colorado?
No.
It's not?
No.
It's not even in the 4 corners.
It's not in the. It's not in the upper states, as they would say.
That's Hawaii or Alaska.
Yeah. There you go. It's
Oh, really?
Alaska.
I didn't even think about. Oh yeah, you're right.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
makes sense. Makes
And
sense.
I thought you said it was
Alaska-
Hawaii.
Yeah, Alaska's
Is it Alaska?
I thought it was Hawaii, babe.
Is Alaska?
It's Alaska.
Oh.
It's Alaska?
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
That makes more sense than Hawaii.
No, it was Hawaii.
Thank you.
It was Hawaii.
Aisha, you gotta get one of these.
Right, man. Goodness, dude.
I read the wrong question. My bad. I read the wrong answer. So I had it down for something else too.
Mr. Croft, our producer, he said all of them. Oh man.
Is that it? Or is there one more?
That was question 5.
Hey,
Man.
Mr. Tim Seay.
I got
He
one.
said I got one.
And it wasn't a history question either. So
Right. Let's
And
go.
she mixed it up that time.
yeah, you did pretty good.
Yeah.
Let's shout
I
out.
had to.
Let's shout out our sponsor before we go into the segments. www.waywardkid.com, your site for all your entertainment news, sports, and lifestyle trends. They also have the Wayward Kid Foundation, and they have editing programs for kids and adults, like their Facebook page, Wayward Kid, and follow them on IG, Wayward Kid Online.
We also have Kiwi Juice Bar, all natural smoothies, sports nutrition supplements, fresh pressed juice, gourmet coffee and tea, protein bars, healthy snacks, and nutritional education. You can also find them on Facebook and Instagram as well.
I shine, you shine, we shine detailing, make your car shine like new. Check out their Facebook page. They always posting new videos, and their Instagram. It's an awesome place, making your car shine.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna hit them up next weekend.
Yeah, I need to too. Mine's dirty, filthy.
Because I washed the car and I saw one of their pictures. I was like, yeah, I ain't do
Yeah,
nothing real
I'm not.
good.
I ain't not.
Butcher's Wings and Things. Come get these wings and things, man. Follow them on IG and like their Facebook page. They're open Monday through Fridays. They got those plates. They got those fish plates, tacos,
Taco Tuesday.
wings. They got it all. Salads. They got them all.
We also got Novels by Z. The game isn't only for boys. Experience the game told from the other side.
We also have Ms. Jan Mohammed, which is our top donator. Her book is coming out very soon. And if you guys check out the cover.
Yeah, I think her book is for
What the Bible told me. So.
Bible told me so. And you can purchase Novels by Z book at novelsbyz.com as well. And then we have KT Gibson's new single, Low Main, We played it at the beginning of the show. Go on YouTube, check out the video. It's also on Spotify. Then go check out also Trinity Solutions Promotions.
Trinity Solutions.
They're making shirts.
Doing it all.
They're doing promotion for you. I mean, get geared. They do everything, man.
Yeah,
They're
hit
a
them up.
promotion company, so definitely like the page and get in contact with them. Let's get into some word on the street news.
What's the news?
We have an expansion to a new free online resource aimed at helping Arizona students and families with virtual learning is now available.
Because they definitely need help. I see them online.
Yep.
They're losing it, man.
Yeah, this is a result of a partnership between Arizona State Library Archives, Public Records, School Connection, Common Sense Media, and AZ Warband Stakeholder Network. You can go to go.azsos.gov/Wi-Fi. You know about that, right, Mr. Tim C?
I do.
Yes, sir. Any more information that people need to know about that, or?
Not far as I was gonna say, but I do need to mention some other information. That,
Oh, yeah, tell us all the information.
yeah, for right now, I am still in this race. So,
Yes, sir.
I want that website mentioned and my email address, because I have been having people send information of what's going on in the city and what they like for change. So they can send that to Tim C at timcformayor.com and bring them, because I need to know exactly what to do once I get in there as mayor.
Definitely.
Most definitely, yes, sir.
Definitely. Make your voice known. Send those emails and anything that's
concerning the city. You know, I've been getting a lot of email about where to get tested for COVID-19,
Right.
how we get SBA funds to, and I'll give it to Tamara. She's been putting it on our Tennessee Facebook.
Okay.
If you need assistance with utilities, like I say, I'm running for mayor.
That was actually
but
one thing I would bring
I'm
up
still
today.
a humanitarian, so
Yeah.
I still take care of the city.
Definitely.
In that way. So
Yes,
go
sir.
to-
Appreciate you for
Go
that.
to that Facebook page and you can get that information and even pose a question.
Okay.
Yeah, pose a question. I'm looking for this or I'm looking for that, and we'll see, can we help out.
Most definitely, yes,
sounds
sir.
great.
We have some Georgia students suspended for sharing a viral picture of a packed high school hallway after an image of that they had took.
They rescinded it. His suspension.
Yeah, I was going to talk about that too. The students responsible for posting was suspended for 5 days. It was a 15-year-old girl, and they didn't really discuss who the other kid was. This is right outside Atlanta. And then the principal actually apologized and then ended stop the suspension going on. Yeah. Yep, and apologized to the family too for all the attention.
I wonder who made the decision to suspend the girl. Was it the principal or the vice principal? It must.
I think it was the principal.
And then he said, "I'm sorry."
So I guess the students are not allowed to use social media or record video during the school.
I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah, but that's why the kids got suspended.
Right.
But, at the same time, they're doing wrong.
Right.
They're not doing proper way.
Right, definitely.
What do you think about the schools, Mr. Tim C, and how the schools were packed, like with all the students?
For during the COVID-19,
Yes.
I did see that picture. They didn't have on their masks and things of that nature. Right now, we're considered in the war. Some people say, don't wear the masks, do wear the masks until we physically can know for sure. Put your mask on.
Right.
Yeah, put your mask on, especially when you're in a crowd that's over 50 and it looked like it was way over 50.
Right.
Yeah.
Put your mask on.
Definitely.
Yeah, just put it on for a safety reason, to protect yourself and to protect them also.
Right.
So, especially in a large group.
Yeah, I at work we wear my mask at work, and I like if I don't see nobody like around me or anything, I'll just take it off for a second.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
We wear ours until we get to like in our desk, in our environment, to where people that we're around all the time.
Yeah.
But on the outside, we wear the mask all the time until I get to my location, and that's when I'll take it off.
Exactly.
We
had the UConn because the first college to cancel football season. The University.
Well, they suck anyway, so nobody really cares to miss them at
Here
all.
he go.
They were going to go 0
I
and
tell you.
whatever the season is, 0 and whatever. They were going to lose every game. So It's a good
That's
excuse for
the
them.
episode, y'all. We out of here.
Now you
Are you disrespecting UConn?
Hey man,
He's
they
throwing them
waiting
out
for
there
hoop
today.
season. During football season, they like when is hoop season starting. That's what they say. That's what they chant. That's what the cheerleaders say.
Me and Dib about to get into it, y'all. Anyway.
Right. When is hoop starting? Because we lose.
He killing me. The University of Connecticut decided to cancel upcoming football season due to the COVID pandemic. They announced it. So disrespectful, man. I put the everything.
I just tell it how it is. Bro.
Rock Nation partnered with Long Island University to launch a school of music, sports, and entertainment. The school is set to launch in the fall 2021, and they will receive and they will reward 25% of the income into the freshman class of the Rock Nation Hope Scholarships.
Man, that's going to be in the East Coast, huh?
Yeah, that's East Coast.
Because they have the arts and the school and arts and so many different things that they have that the rest of the country don't have, and the East Coast is really great for that. And giving people giving people pathways to go to different ways of arts, and they respect art so much more than the rest of the country do. And I just wish that the Midwest and the South would pick up what they're doing out there, because it's awesome.
Shout out to my niece Sadasia. Both my nieces Sadasia and Satya, they're going to college. Congratulations to them.
That's awesome.
Sataya's going. I don't know what the schools they're going to. I know Sataya's going to. Well, she said she's going to California.
LA,
She's going to LA.
Wow.
And then
New York.
Sadasia's going to New York.
Wow.
So definitely
Big
congratulations
time.
to them.
Look at that.
You know what I mean? Smart.
Congratulations.
Smartness. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's awesome, man.
Definitely. And then we have the students part of that Rock Nation program. They'll get degrees. They can get degrees in music technology, entrepreneurship, production, and sports management.
That's cool, man.
So, also I wanted to bring up what was that? Mr. Tim C brought it up already. The have you lost your income due to COVID-19? They had the utility rent and mortgage assistance now available for qualifications. What's the the details, Mr. Tim C, on that one? Or I know they have the phone number 602-900-0606.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's for the utility rent and mortgage assistance.
Yeah, the best way to do is go to Tim C for Mayor Facebook page, and everything is listed on there. All you have to do is scroll down to just about what's going to fit you.
Okay.
And you can get that number and the assistant.
Okay.
And if not, call on the campaign phone, which is 602-325-3211. And we will get you that information.
Definitely.
Only if you need it.
Yes,
Anybody
please.
abusing all that stuff,
Please.
Well, we're in that situation kind of right now. But, and you're right. Some of us, we do need it.
Yeah.
We just hope that other people that's having their heart that don't need it, let the ones that need it get it.
Yeah, because it's still tough. A lot of people, a lot of companies, and a lot of businesses aren't open right now.
Yeah, it is.
So it's still tough. But you hear a lot of politicians saying that they're taking advantage of the $600 a week unemployment. I try to think the best of people. I think most people are getting it because they really need it. I'm hoping that no one is manipulating the system and not working, even though they have an option to work to take the money. I'm hoping people aren't doing that. But the way the bill is going, it doesn't look like it's going to get passed, and anything's going to get passed because the Republicans don't really see. They think that people are taking advantage of it and don't want to go to work, even though most companies aren't opening right now. Gyms and bars, and so I don't understand. It's a tough situation, and I think something should be done. It doesn't have to be 600, but I was thinking they were still going to at least come to an agreement of 400 or something for them. But Trump said he's going to do something, but we don't
especially
know.
here in Arizona,
Right.
because it's only 240, and and that's way below even cost of living.
It's not even
every month.
It's not even worth signing up for.
Yeah, I mean, I think that needs to change, and I think they're working on that. But I think that needs to change in the legislation.
It does
for Arizona, because we're at 240, which is
we have.
And it doesn't matter how much money you make. If you make over 40,000, you get 240.
That's it.
If you make
We
under
have to be careful,
40,000, 240.
240. It's ridiculous.
Also, we have to be careful with what's going on today. That's rampant is fraud is out there too. You got people that, like you said, taking advantage of the situation, and getting our senior citizen and some of our young
Yeah.
people that don't know any better getting caught up in fraud, and they're taking a little money that they have. So we have to be careful with that. You know, make sure it's bona fide people that you're dealing with, and
Definitely.
those numbers are legit, and don't take the numbers that come on your spam.
Right.
Asking for
Memes.
giving you assistance, so you have to be careful with that. So,
I have one question I want to ask that I know it's a huge problem in our city right now is homelessness. And do you have any ideas what you're going to try to do with the homelessness? I know there's been a lot of things coming up where they're putting up signs. You know, they have the big tent area down in downtown. So the all of the places that the homeless can go to, they're packed. And so what do you think can the city do to try to assist the homelessness in Phoenix?
well, there's money that's and I use that word allocated for the homeless, and it's in the millions.
Wow.
We just have to get it in our hearts to care about our homeless and take care of them. So we need to get something that's over their head. We have many buildings here in Phoenix that we can do a nonprofit or things of that nature to support that.
Right.
But we also have to think about the second part of that too, because we don't want to set up a facilities where they can get some training, where they can get their hair cut, where they can do a job interview.
Right.
And we know some cases where homeless just want to be homeless, and we deal with that situation too. But you do have some homeless that need that help, that's looking for that help. So we should be able to provide that. We get money, federal money for the homeless. We need to spend it on the homeless.
Definitely.
We do. We don't need to shelter it. We don't need to put it anywhere else. We need to get them some facilities to take care of the homeless.
Right.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I always had an idea. I mean, see, they do the facilities for the older people, and I always thought, why couldn't they turn these old motels into facilities for the homeless, and to help them out, you know, and give them a place to go. And I always thought that was an idea that maybe we can try to get into the system and to help out a little, because I mean, you see, and also mental health. I mean, most of them you see walking around and drugs. You see them, they're not in their right mind. So what we're doing about mental health, we're doing absolutely nothing. So I know that would be a suggestion of mine. If you focus on mental health, you probably can do a lot about the homeless situation.
Sure, and if you just think about the economic value of it, you know, say if you got a homeless center, you know, or several of them. Now, what does that do? That create jobs.
Right.
And when you create jobs, you got people working.
Right.
Whether it's to take care of the facility or for counseling or getting grants for the doctors that come in there that, you know, that's willing to give up their voluntary time for that. But they also get grant to make sure they're compensated.
Right.
So you can build unemployment through that way. And what better way for a person to fall into to being a council person that's already been there.
Right.
He could fall right into that job, or any other job that's there at the building. So you can build that. You just have to do it. If you look at 10 steps instead of the first step, because you can help these people within their own limitation.
Right.
Yeah, you can make it work, and you have the funds to do it. We just have to spend the money. You know. You have to. Like you say, reallocate those funds.
Right. Right.
Yeah, we got, every day on my way to work, I see homeless people underneath the bridges. And,
It's sad, man.
Yeah, sad. I don't know. Like, I want to help them. I don't know what to do. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
man.
So,
It's tough.
yep. All right. Let's get into Sister Social real quick.
I don't think the sisters too social today.
No, wait.
Sister Social's in the middle. So, y'all.
Sister Social, I got a bone to pick with you, Dan.
Me?
Yeah, because I know it's all you.
What I do?
I be texting Tita and you don't be telling her I'm texting her.
That's you are the audacity.
She's blaming it on you. She's blaming it on you.
Yep, because I text her like 2 or 3 times.
Did you text her this week?
Yep, I sure did.
Let me see her phone right now. You're a lie.
I text her and ask her how far along was she in the book.
You are a snitch.
First of all,
Is this one right here?
first
Is
of all,
this,
it's Aisha, okay?
is this one right here?
There's no snitch, there's no secrets.
Aisha, I don't. Wait, hold on. So we're gonna prove Daniel's in court right now. So you said you text Tita, right? And I didn't tell her that you texted, right? So I see your text. It says Monday, August 3rd, right?
That was a hey text. Right?
August 3rd, right? I go to work. I don't care. I go to work every day.
Right.
5 in the morning. I get off at 1:30 every day.
Oh my god.
Dip. What time does that text say at the bottom?
What does it say? 7 a.m.
7:15 p.m.
Oh,
I did
PM.
not have your phone. Thank you.
You own that phone. Daniel, every
7:15
day.
p.m.
He was off
Okay,
work.
yeah,
sitting
yeah.
at
for
home.
about 6 hours, right? All right.
Daniel has
Go ahead, sister.
in the house. Daniel has 3 phones.
Mm-hmm.
When I have the pink phone is a Wi-Fi only phone because I use that one. It's the
The
biggest
other
screen
text,
and stuff.
5:31 p.m.
Daniel uses both of the phones. His phone's
5:31
battery
p.m.
sucks.
I don't have your
so
phone
he
anymore.
doesn't have. He uses the other phone.
Okay, if you want to play the blame game, we could. Go ahead and go to the
Yeah,
social.
it's like it's a playing game. Daniel,
I knew the answer already. I
See,
know
this
what
is why
doing.
we're ill
Look what you
prepared
started, man.
for the show.
This is my fault.
This is
I
why
just took
I
it
need
down, right?
a new
Okay.
phone and Daniel needs a new phone.
Okay.
Right.
Thank you.
That's how I feel about that too.
Well, I mean, you know, I just had to throw that out there because
if y'all need someone to blame for not being prepared,
I'm blaming
I'll
you
be
this
that. I'll be that target.
Right.
So what do y'all have today?
This is why me and I should read this book.
And I'm off of work all next week, so
Okay. Then I'll
So
have
it
the
won't be
phone
no
all
excuses.
week
yes.
then. Hopefully,
Okay.
I'll remember.
The
As
game
soon
is
as-
only for boys.
As soon as you grab my phone, I will message Aisha on
So
Messenger.
Sister Socials was the bone to pick.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Nah, I'm just playing. Nah.
No.
I was just trying to get into Tita head to see how far along she had gotten into the book. 'Cause, you know, last week we were at the family barbecue
Right.
She
and
crazy.
she crazy and
She great.
Zion done beat up the baby mama and
Bring out the book.
beat up a car,
Okay.
messed up the car.
Yeah. Make sure you get your copies at novelsbyz.com. She'll sign them.
Oh yeah.
She'll sign them when she
that's
sends them
awesome.
out. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Every
how-
every book is personally signed.
yeah.
Tita, I'm giving you a little
So
Heads up.
Aisha got really into it this week.
I did.
Oh yeah.
After she went to the party and beat up the baby mama car,
Oh my, all the baby mama drama.
all of it. She went and had breakfast with his cousin the next morning.
That's foul. Look at Mr. Dempsey.
First of all, she's in no relationship whatsoever. She has no relationship with nobody.
After she goes to breakfast with his cousin, she goes to the gym with her friend. Her and her friend get into an argument, and then she goes home, and he comes back over to her house.
Mr. Dempsey said, "Uh-oh." Mr. Dempsey, this is our sponsor. The game is only for boys. They sponsor the show.
ex-boyfriend.
Yeah.
Then shows up at her house unannounced.
Oh.
Didn't call, didn't text,
Nope.
email, nothing.
You supposed
Just-
to call before you come. Don't talk over. Out
So she
the
goes
blue.
and answers
Knock,
the
knock.
door. She talking to him, and the dude comes out and says, "What's taking so long? Thought we was about to start the movie." And then them two get into it. Like, dog, you up in here trying to come all up on
She
my
got
woman?
2 men in the house.
Technically, one's in the front door. The
One
other one's
standing in
inside.
the front door that came over unannounced,
Oh, my
and the
goodness.
other one
2
is
men
the
at the
cousin.
house.
Right.
He's on the
Exactly.
couch. Where's he at?
He was on the couch.
Oh, he's on the
He
couch?
was waiting for her to come back with the snacks and stuff. So, you know,
Yeah,
they
the
was about
shirt
to
off.
watch a movie.
No.
He comes over unannounced, the ex-boyfriend, knocks on the door, sees that his cousin is there.
The cousin.
Yeah, his cousin.
Man, this
I
girl.
wonder when it's gonna take you long.
You
how
guys
long
have
it's
to
gonna take you
understand.
Oh my goodness.
You guys have to understand.
Look at-
He and Zion.
She knew the
They
says it
they
before
hang
they
out
dated.
since
It
before
don't
they
matter.
were going
It
out.
doesn't
They're
matter.
best friends.
It doesn't matter.
They're best friends and everything.
You don't mess
That's
with
her
family.
friend.
That's just disgusting.
Mr. Tipsy's like, what
And
is
they're
y'all
not even
reading
messing
over
around.
here?
There's no messing around. Nobody's like.
So what happened?
So all in all, dude leaves. He was like, you know what? I'm not gonna come in between you and him. I'm just gonna step back. He was the bigger person in the situation.
Yes, because she isn't.
Right.
Which female was this?
Zion.
Oh, Zion got issues.
She's the hot
She
girl
got-
though, right?
Yeah,
Okay,
she the hot girl.
that's already.
Yeah. Zion the hot girl.
I hope this isn't someone's real life story.
No, I don't think this is
You know what I
Mama
mean?
Z's
I hope
story.
this
Life
isn't
story.
based on someone's life story.
I don't
Right.
know.
Because I'm calling her.
Well, she's coming in next week,
Okay,
and she's gonna break this down.
she's gonna break it all the way down.
Yeah, because I got some questions.
I have a
Yeah,
lot of
definitely.
questions.
I got
We
some
want to know.
questions.
You know, so-
Every
this-
day I message Z and then I'm like,
Is this a real life
no,
hot girl?
no.
It did. We did DanYo&Tita podcast. We did post a video when I video chat Tita, and she was acting a little different.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, reading her book.
Yeah.
I was really into it. Okay, leave me alone.
She said, "Those are my girls." I was like, "This ain't even
Right.
no real book."
Okay, he called me early in the morning. That's the time that he's not home.
I'm just
So
checking
that's
in on
the
you.
time that the wife gets to chill, gets the whole bed for herself.
Yeah, no work.
She gets to watch Netflix or whatever. It is her meditation time and stuff.
Alright.
He calls.
You was
me.
getting freaky with the book, Tita.
I was. very
I'm done. I'm done.
He calls me. He's like, "Yo."
All
I'm
right.
like, "Who is this?" So I hang up on him. He calls me again. He's like, "Yo, what's up, yo?" I'm like, first of all, hello.
Not
And then
yet.
then he's like, "Oh,
I say,
so
yo,
I'm at
what's
work
up?
today." I don't know. I'm like, "Why you calling me at work then? This is my me time."
All right, we're going to leave perspective. Go ahead, dude.
So I'm just saying, because
Tita said she gotta have her me time.
Right,
go.
it's my
Read
me
that book.
time.
Yeah,
Goodness.
I won't call you no more.
All 8 hours you at work, and wow,
We're going to leave
I'm
perspective.
right, lean perspective.
let's not get into that.
All right,
Yeah.
so let's go with something a little somber here. Unfortunately, we have a man who was fatally shot at his Phoenix apartment. 41-year-old man died after he was shot during a fight at a Phoenix apartment complex on Thursday, according to officials. At around 12:45, police and fire crew responded to a report of a shooting near 51st Avenue in McDowell. They found a man with gunshot wounds, according to Sergeant Tommy Thompson, spokesperson for Phoenix Police. The person was pronounced dead at the scene. Before the police arrived, the man and 2 other people got into a fight with some others. Shots were fired, which struck and killed the man, whose name has not been released at the time. Police said the people involved in the fight has fled, and no suspect is available at this time. So any information you want to contact them if you know anything. Former Joe Arpaio, he loses his race to become deputy chief.
Oh, my bad. I actually hit that button. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
that's
the
a
wrong
good-
one.
I pushed the
No,
wrong
that's a
button.
good
I'm
thing.
sorry.
thing.
My bad, y'all. I pushed the wrong
Dude is
button.
like 90.
And he's still trying to be sheriff.
I can't believe, and people still voted for him.
There's some people that like that guy.
Man, these people are crazy, man. Pink underwear, man.
That was for him to make the general.
Yeah.
He ran against Sheridan, which was his deputy under him.
Oh, at one time, really?
So Sheridan is going to run against Patone.
Oh, Penzone. Well,
Okay.
we know who Penzone. I haven't heard his name once in 4 years. That's dope. I'm voting for him. You know what I'm saying? No pink draws. That's,
No venture.
that's what I'm
He
talking
ain't
about.
in the
Matter of
news
fact,
for some dumb shit.
we went to a local business. I think it was last weekend, and they had a sign. And there is "Don't vote for Joe." Remember that?
Yeah, I
we
remember
went to get those sandwiches. Yeah.
Yeah, man. He's a man. So Trump again is talking about getting an executive order to come to extend benefits for after the stimulus talks have fell apart. We were talking about that a little bit earlier. So he may get something together to get the coronavirus stimulus package going. That everything fell apart with Nancy Pelosi and Schumer.
Yeah.
But my really opinion on this is kind of weird because he came out the other day and said that it's going away. So I don't know how you would put a stimulus package together for something that's going away. I'm kind of confused on that.
It's
But
like, all this back and forth, man. It's killing
he doesn't
people,
know what to do, man.
It's
You know,
hurting people, man.
this
It's hurting
dude
them.
is- man,
What do you
it's-
call Americans? It's hurting.
it's
people.
hurting people.
Yeah.
And but we got you looked at the history, even with the Spanish flu in 1920, 1918, they had the same fights over masks that we're having 100 years later. Yeah. And they're always talking about learn over history. We ain't learned nothing. We have learned absolutely nothing.
We're gonna sound like that right there.
Sorry. I'm telling you.
We ain't learned nothing, man.
Oh my God.
Nothing. And statues been up for 200 years. We still ain't learned nothing. Just take everything down. History, we don't learn nothing from history, man. We're ignorant.
It's oh man,
ignorance, man. So
people trying to figure out
time for change.
Yeah. We need better leadership. Yeah. And the governor, I love the New Times. You see him riding the hot dog on the New Times.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I love that.
So you love it?
Yeah, man, because he sucks, man.
New Times is crazy.
Yeah, they did it.
We gotta bring one of them people in here.
Yeah, we do. I like their writer. They have a lot of good writers.
Yeah.
But the Suns, good news, 4-0.
I saw that.
You know what I mean? Doing things the right way.
Booker's on them.
Yeah, man, Booker looking good.
I heard somebody predict Phoenix versus Clippers or something like that. What they say?
Well, they would probably meet the Lakers in the first round if they were to get in. It's going to be tough.
They're going to beat the Lakers, they said.
Yeah.
Sweep them.
Yeah, okay. But if they get in, it's going to be tough, man, because Phoenix is all the way at the bottom. But I just like to see them
I'm just saying, though,
win out.
If the Lakers put JR in,
they've been putting that drunk dude in, man. He ain't doing nothing.
Man, he got 8 minutes.
You know why? You been drinking Hennessy all summer?
8 minutes. What am I supposed to do in 8 minutes?
Yeah, man, they give him 8 minutes for a reason. I keep telling you that.
Why put him on the team if only 8 minutes?
Yeah, he got a half a rebound, didn't he? Slipped out his hands. Right?
It's like 2 minutes every quarter. It's 2 minutes every quarter.
JR and them, it's the defense is the problem, man. They're looking bad. The Lakers are not looking good.
They're not looking good at all.
They're looking really bad. LeBron is shooting horribly.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, man, it's looking bad. They might turn it around. I hope not, because I'm a hater. But I'm just gonna tell it how it is. Yeah. Hey, Popovich, he stood for the anthem, and some people is calling that progressive. You know, I really don't mind him standing. Some people were kind of hating on him and Ingram, who got hurt, and people were kind of happy that he got hurt.
Yeah, blew his knee out.
Happy about it. That was kind of. I thought that was messed up.
I say for that situation, do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But don't judge the next person.
Right. Exactly. You know what I mean? Popovich has been a great spokesman for the problems.
Oh yeah, he stands. So that's what I'm saying. Why they even mentioning that?
Right. So it's not a problem for me that he stood because I have great respect for everything that he does.
And he old. If he sit there, he probably can't even go 10 minutes. So, but he does. Man, he's spoken out for.
Y'all just calling out all the old people today.
No, he's good.
He's been representing all that.
He definitely has.
That's nothing.
And he said he was
slow news.
He spoke up for Kaepernick also.
Yeah,
so you know what I mean. So. You know, if you want to stand, whatever your situation is, as long as you are also for the movement, for everything else, I don't.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So that's the lean perspective for the day.
There you go.
Yep. Thanks for
Looks
listening.
like you got another question from the audience.
Another question. What's the question?
This question for Tim.
Oh.
What are your thoughts on Trump and the stimulus plan?
Well, if you know policies and procedures, I know he said he's going to make an executive order.
Yes.
Still has to go through Congress.
Yeah, because it's allocating funds, and when you can't.
He just can't wave the pen and say this was going to. It looks good because it makes him seems like he's taking care of the people. But that's process, policies, and procedures that he has to do first.
Yeah, he can't just hand out $1 trillion without Congress. Definitely.
Yeah. Well, if he does do that, then we are involved in a mob situation.
Right.
Because there's no checks and balance between the president and Congress.
And you know, it is so hypocritical how they acted when Obama did any EOs, and when during his tenure, that they called him King Obama, and they called him, they disrespected him and he did less EOs than George Bush. Which, every time a Republican, it doesn't matter. But when it's a Democrat, they're kings and all this mess. So I think it's unfair that he's even bringing up an EO in the first place. But you're exactly correct, though. Like you said, though, they have to go through Congress. They can't. send out $1 trillion without that. So.
No, especially when you allocating funds.
Right, exactly.
It's a little bit more serious than putting out an executive order.
Right.
And executive orders, it's still, if he did that, it could still fall in the hands of the Supreme Court. I mean, we got that now with Ducey. He put out an executive order and didn't follow the proper policies and procedures of it. And now the Supreme Court is asking him to come up with something in a week, and he wants to appeal that. But it's a process.
Right.
It's just a process, and if you don't understand the process, all you're doing is hurting the American people.
I don't think that guy understands any process at all, except how to process that hairdo he be wearing.
I want
wrapping that beehive up on his head.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in today. Mr. Tim Seay, thank you. Uncle Tim Seay.
Hey,
Uncle Tim.
Uncle Tim.
Are you registered?
Oh, no, I'm definitely.
Okay, yeah.
I see all my information. Man, I want to do just a quick shout out to our sponsors, Butchers, Wings and Things, Wayward Kid, We Shine Detailing, Kiwi Juice Bar, Mr. Tim Seay. Vote for Mr. Tim Seay.
Thank you so much.
The game isn't only for boys. Join Mommy with her book, If the Bible Told Me So. KT Gibson, Trinity Solutions, Snake Out for keeping the lights on. Also, you see Aisha with the black tee, DanYo&Tita podcast t-shirt on and the hat. You see Dipling with the white one on with the hat.
Come
you
get
know what I'm
him.
saying?
Come get him.
You got,
I need one.
this is exclusive. You can't have one of these beanies, y'all.
I need one.
You need one?
Yeah, I need one.
And so if you would like to pre-order one, y'all inbox one of us or inbox the show and pre-order. Also, Mr. Tim Seay, I see you with yours on right.
Yeah,
your shirt
we need
on
the Tim
too.
Seays.
We need one of those.
We need one of those.
We're gonna do a trade-off.
Screen
Got the-
over there
you got
to
the
me
mask.
real quick. She got the hat on.
Yes, you got the hat and
She got hers all fancy
Yep.
for the women.
Got the button.
Yeah,
oh,
man.
so you got the button right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave
Yeah,
y'all.
that's
I'm gonna
nice.
leave y'all 5 buttons.
Oh, thank you, sir.
But really quick, you're doing a fabulous job, DanYo&Tita. Y'all doing a beautiful job.
Thank
man.
you,
Keep
appreciate
up,
it.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
You make this the mayor's home when I make mayor, okay? I'll be able to step in, okay?
You come in every Saturday. For
Right. Anytime.
Okay, yeah.
and we also have the mask as well, DanYo&Tita.
Mask it up.
Cover up, stay safe,
Mask
y'all.
up.
And don't forget to share, and like that Facebook page. We've been going up.
Yeah, man.
We been up for like 2 days.
Yeah, man. We did wow. We
Stop
did good.
playing with
Kill
we
it,
for
man.
you. We for you.
Yeah, man.
We for the people. We're for the community. It's the DanYo&Tita podcast.
We out.
We out.
Holla, holla.
Peace. Thank you for coming. We really appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
It's always good having
Really
you
do.
guys on.
Yeah.